Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
So what is this?
It's a rare SMG 4-barrel spear gun.
Is it yours? I mean, is this something
It
that
is
you,
mine.
Is it something that you actually use, or?
Yes, I've used it quite a bit.
So what do you fish with this?
Anything that looks tasty and is legal to shoot.
Okay, I went sea bass fishing. I just used a pole.
I came to the pawn shop so I could sell my Johnson SMG 4-barrel spear gun. I can use the money to repair my boat so I can get back out spear fishing. I'd like to get $7,000 for the spear gun. Without the boat, I can't fish, so I can get another spear gun, just not a boat.
This is pretty cool. Is this something that you typically would use in a boat, or is it something you'd actually be like scuba diving?
You'd be, scuba diving or skin diving. It fires underwater.
So what can you tell me about it?
This is from the 60s and 70s, made by Tapmatic Company. Out of Costa Mesa, California, they had a single barrel, a 2-barrel, and a 4-barrel. And the 4-barrel is the most sought-after one.
Well, I can understand why you would want a 4-barrel. I mean, if you shot a shark and didn't kill it right away, I'm sure you want another shot.
It's nice to have an extra shot. It sure is. And also good if you get a fish and then you see one that you like better, you've got another spear and, ready to go.
Is it spring-loaded, or?
No, it fires with 22 caliber nail gun blanks.
Can you show me how it works?
Sure. Okay, what you'll do is you have like cartridge adapters like these that a 22 will fit in. Then you load those into the back here, rotate the chamber to the next one, load it, rotate it, load it, then you're ready to go.
Similar to a Gatling gun.
Yep, except it fires underwater and a Gatling gun will probably screw up badly.
So what are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get $7,000 out of it.
You know, buddy, I'm born and raised in Nevada. It's a landlocked state. These don't come through here very often. We got, could be nothing, could be a major, major issue for me here. I don't know if this is considered a gun. My license allows me to buy antique firearms, but I'm also allowed to buy nail guns that uses the same exact cartridges that this thing would use. So I don't know where this falls. I am gonna have to give my buddy a call, have him come down here and take a look at it, tell me what it's worth and if it's a gun or whatnot.
Okay.
All right, so hang out and I'll get him down here for you.
Okay, thanks. I love the idea of an expert coming out to see the gun. This gun is so rare, the more you can find out, the better.
We've got an old blunderbuss here.
Almost. This thing is cool. Wow. So this was known as a Johnson SMG Mark IV spear gun or harpoon gun. These were really rare because the company only existed for a few years. And then actually the rights were sold off to a company in New Zealand, but it no longer had the US name to it anymore.
Gotcha.
There's a collector market just for these outside of its utilitarian use as a spear gun. So back here, you can see the maker markings. So Johnson was the designer. The submarine gun, that's why it's SMG, was made by a company called Tapmatic, which is Costa Mesa, California. So all of this checks out. No question, this is one of the American-produced ones, not one of the New Zealand ones, so it's much more valuable, and it's in excellent condition. At the time that these came out, they were considered the most powerful spear guns in the world because as opposed to using rubber bands, they used 22 caliber wadded blanks. So essentially, they were using the equivalent of a firearm charge.
Which brings me to my first question. Am I allowed to buy this?
I would say probably not.
Okay.
Now, the reason is the legal definition of a firearm in the United States laid out by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is any weapon that was designed or could be readily converted to expel a projectile by action of an explosive is legally considered a firearm. Now, there are exceptions. Anything made before 1899, so 1898 and earlier is considered an antique. That's not a firearm. So that being said, you couldn't buy it. I, however, have a federal firearms license. I can buy this type of thing, but I would really love to see it work. Have you fired it?
I have fired it both underwater and on land, too.
Well, we have a range here out in the desert. I mean, is it something that you would come and do?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll have some fun with it.
Cool, guys. I'll meet you out at the gun range, and I'll be a happy spectator.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to meet you, Rick. I'll see you at the range.
I guess I'll bring my dad if I have to.
I think he'd like it
Appreciate
a lot.
it, man. Thanks for coming in.
Corey.
My best advice for the shop is not to buy this because I don't want them in any kind of legal trouble by mistakenly buying a firearm. But these spear guns don't come up for sale often, and I'm pretty interested in it.
So this is a spear gun.
It is SMG 4-barrel spear gun.
So can you shoot a shark with this?
Yep, you could. Very easy.
So looks like it's all ready to go?
Yep, I just have to put the cartridges in and we'll be ready to fire it. It fires by 22 caliber nail gun blanks that are slid in through the breech. Then you put the spears down the barrel.
The spears would be different for underwater use, but for dry air use, we're using carbon arrows. To keep within the spear gun theme, I set up a large shark balloon, and it's a little windy, so it's actually like a bit of a moving target, but at least we get 4 chances at it.
Okay. I'm not gonna shoot that thing until I see someone else shoot it a few times.
Well, I came out here with the purpose of shooting this to see if it's something I want to buy, so I guess I'll shoot it.
Okay. You want to cock it?
So
the
now the
safety off?
safety's off?
The safety is off.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna stand back a little bit.
Oh my gosh, this thing is awesome. Rick, you gotta try this.
All right.
But you gotta wait. I got another balloon. I'll put it up right now.
All right. I guess this is the safety position.
Yeah, safe as it's going to get, I guess.
Not like when I was kids and we'd shoot an arrow straight up in the air and see who ran first.
Have at it.
All right. All right, here we go. Oh, come on.
This spear gun was really cool, unique, very powerful, way more powerful than I realized. And it actually hit the target, so I can only imagine how lethal that thing would be underwater. I'm gonna try to buy it.
It's so Buck Rogers.
I've never seen anything like it. Alex, what do you think it's worth?
I did find a little research that one sold just like this about 10 years ago for $7,500. But there is no question in my mind after using this that this should legally be considered a firearm. That means I'd only be able to sell it through an FFL process, which is more complicated and it limits the market. So for me, I would like to own it. I think that if I were to offer you $2,000, I think that's a pretty fair price.
2,000's, very low. I couldn't accept 2,000. I mean, I'd be a player more in, say, 6,
I could come up to 3,000, but that would be it.
I do need to fix my boat. Could you do like 4,500?
It's weird watching this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Doesn't feel right.
I'll give you $3,250.
4,000.
$3,250, it's fair.
You'd feel really good about $4,000, I'm sure.
I won't feel good about 4,000, but
Eventually you will.
All right, 3,500.
3,750.
Oh, come on, 3,500, you're right there.
3,500.
All right, fine.
All right.
Cool.
Deal.
Deal?
Okay.
You own it.
It was worth something.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have gotten a little more money, but I'm okay. I can fix my boat.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it,
if
Rick.
you ever want to learn to dive, come, look me up and, bring that thing with you. And
It'll probably cost me as much to learn the dive as I spent on the gun.
I got a call from a guy with an Amphicar. I have secretly always wanted one of these things, so I'm grabbing Bill and I'm checking it out.
Thanks for coming out.
Doing?
Pleasure
Bill.
to meet you.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
The Amphicar, huh?
1964.
My God, this is nerd heaven right here.
Yeah, that's for sure is a car only a mother could love,
Miss Ruthie, that we call it, is an Amphicar 1964 770. Stands for 7 knots in the water and 70 miles per hour on land. Due to my obligations of getting my daughter an education, I'm required to sell the car. I'm looking to get $48,000 for the car, The least I'm willing or able to take will be $45,000.
You know what? There's something about it I absolutely love.
They're cool cars, man. These were actually advertised back in the day as the sports car that floats.
Yeah.
They were made in Berlin, and a lot of the parts that you see are German parts. The interesting thing is they go with an English motor on the thing. When they originally went to build these, they were going to build 25,000 of them. They ceased production after 3,800, just based on the fact that it couldn't support itself. Pretty labor-intensive, and last thing you want is this thing hitting the streets and sinking. The Amphicar was built from 1961 to 1967. A guy by the name of Hans Trippel, he decided that there was a dying need for people to have a car that goes in the water. They're a real quirky, kind of weird car, and it takes a special kind of guy to own one.
Yeah, President Johnson actually owned one of these.
Yeah.
And the story was like in his ranches in Texas or whatever, he'd have a bunch of people over, and he would just like start screaming and yelling that the brakes were out, and he'd drive it into his lake, just to scare everybody. This right here, though, I dig, though, because this is so George Jetson.
Yeah, George Jetson. Yeah. What's cool about this car, it's still an original paint.
It is original
Looking
paint.
at the interior, it looks like all original interior on the car. It does have collectability value, you know, so there's always someone for these cars.
So how many miles are on it?
Originally, there's 9,400 miles on it.
That's some low mileage. How many nautical miles?
I have no idea.
All right, so how much do you want for it?
I'm asking 48,000.
Okay. All right, let's see if it floats.
Okay.
And if it floats, we'll talk.
Okay.
Can I drive?
As long as I got a life jacket.
I can't wait to take Bill and Rick on a ride in the Amphicar. It's going to be wild, it's going to be wet, and they're going to fall in love with it.
All right, Captain.
All right, let's do this.
A guy called the shop and says he has an Amphib car for sale. Bill and I are about to take it for a test run, and my nerd radar is going insane right now. Someone gonna say a little prayer?
Thank God the lake is shallow, my lord. All
right, here we go.
Oh, go right on in. Keep going. Don't even let go.
All right, now how do we...
Now push.
leave it in gear?
Put the clutch in.
Okay, clutch is in.
Rick, put the stick in neutral. Let out. Give her some throttle. And you see the red light?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Holy crap, this is weird, dude.
Give her some more throttle.
Yeah, sit right back and you'll hear a tail.
That's not a good luck song, Rick. That's not a good luck song.
So what do you think?
This is like so poor man James Bond.
Well, for a boat car, she seems to run pretty good.
You know, it's not nearly as bad as I thought. Is that full blast?
No. Let me crank her up.
Oh, we're styling.
You guys know which way the beach is? This is actually pretty cool, man.
In a nerdy kind of way.
There you go.
Just another day at the beach. Now I can take some off my bucket list, man. I dug it from front to back. To get in a car and do something so wrong is to drive it right into the water intentionally, man. It was just the weirdest thing ever, but it was great. It was an awesome experience to drive that thing in the water. So now the question is cool factor, and does it have $48,000 worth of cool factor? Well, there's one that went through auction that had 510 original miles. It went through at $55,000, and that's essentially a brand new car. A year later, it sold for $45,000. So that taken into consideration. In my opinion, I'd say for a car like this in this condition, you're right around 40 grand.
Okay. Well, thanks, man.
All right?
I love this thing. I know it's nerdy. I know it's goofy, but it just says Rick Harrison all over it. I mean, what is your best price on it?
What I'm really looking to get out of it truly is I'm trying to pay off a $45,000 loan.
Will you take 38 grand for it?
No, I can't go that low on it.
Can you do better?
It hasn't been for sale that long. I'd hate to come much below that, Rick.
There's a massive risk factor, and it's tying money up for a long time. All right, I'll tell you what. I just really dig the car, and I'm seriously considering maybe keeping it for myself. Will you do 42? I mean, I think it's a fair price. It's just 3,000.
It's a fair price. I just can't do 42 right now.
All right, I mean, you sure?
I'm positive. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
You got it.
I'm not devastated, but damn close. I wanted this car. The only good thing about not making the deal is now I don't have to hide it from my wife.
You bring me out here to save you from yourself.
I'm
crazy.
I'm just nerd fabulous on that thing. It's a great car.
What do we got here?
I have a case of military emergency drinking water.
Okay.
No, it's from 1962.
You ever try any of it?
No, it only has a 30-year shelf life, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Kind of missed the boat on that
Yeah.
one, huh?
I have a case full of 25 cans of military emergency water. I've never wanted to open the can of water. I'm afraid I'm gonna get tetanus. I'm hoping to get 300 for it, but the least amount I'll take is 150.
So where in the world did you get this?
My dad was actually a contractor, and he was hired when the Peacekeeper missile at F.E. Warren Air Force Base was decommissioned to come demolish the interior of the Launch Control Center that would actually launch that missile. And he found this underneath the floorboards.
Nice. They actually say that everybody should have at least 3 days worth of water at their house,
Right.
3 days worth of food. Especially during the 60s when we were right in the middle of the Cold War and you're pretty much sitting on the seat of your pants. Is today gonna be the day where we go to war with Russia and
Right.
everybody in the world's gonna die? Before the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty in the 90s, we had missile silos hidden all over the place. And these top secret locations had to have survival rations in case of a nuclear strike. Who knows where these water cans could have been stored?
There's actually a can opener in here if you wanted to test it out.
Where's the can opener at?
Right here, that's the original can opener. There's actually 2 of them, 1 for each controller.
Okay,
So.
so you got to keep your own can opener, so one guy didn't get a little bossy with a can opener and try to take over everything,
Right.
apparently.
Exactly. And one of these actually has something written on the bottom of it. It has a date on it.
That was obviously done by somebody in the military. You can always tell by the way they write the date.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee you that it was somebody's job who had nothing to do inside the missile silo to go and label all the boxes of when the water goes bad.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with this stuff?
I want to sell it.
Any particular reason why, or
I'm a poor college student. I need to pay bills, and I thought it might be worth something.
what were you looking to get out of it?
I was looking to get 300 for the case. I've seen them go online for as much as $40 per can.
$40 per can for water. Mm-hmm. I'll give you 150 bucks. I think I can maybe put them on the shelf and people might buy them as something kind of funny and cheeky. I don't really see it as being like a military collector kind of thing.
But I mean, it does have all the original information on there that you need, and it does come with the can openers. I mean, would you go 250?
I'll go up to 200 if you want it. I'm not going any higher.
Yeah, I'll go 200.
All right, deal.
All right.
Meet me over there, I'll write you up. Go ahead and leave this here.
Okay. $200 isn't really that much, but every little penny counts.
I have here a antique Japanese Satsuma flask.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure, go for it. I thought it'd be cool to fill it up and drink out of it, but I'm too afraid of...
Yeah, who knows what they kept in it, man.
As far as this antique flask goes, whether it's a gunpowder container or a canteen for water, I'm not really sure. Because this antique flask is older, I would hope to get around a few $100s for it.
So where'd you get it?
I got it from a weapons collector. I went to go buy some bayonets, and he had that. And I thought it was really cool, so I decided to pick it up.
All right. So tell me what you know about it, man.
Satsuma, from what I've studied, it's basically art that they do with like plateware, cups, canteens, but I'm not really entirely sure that that's what it is.
Okay. Japanese Satsuma originated in the 1600s. Some of it could be really ornate and fairly expensive. But this guy has no idea what this really is, and hell, neither do I. Any idea what you're looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get 300 for it if I could.
This could be something really rare, worth $1 million, or it could be gift shop crap that no one wants.
Huh.
I'm gonna call on my friend Dr. Phineas. He's an Asian antiques expert, and he might be able to shed some light on it.
Cool.
All right, I'll be right back, man.
I am really looking forward to seeing an expert come in and tell us more about this item. I hope that he says that it's worth a lot more than a few $100s. I'd be so stoked if it was.
Well, I want to take a look at this flask. That is really cool. It's got a nice weight to it, too, doesn't it?
Yeah. He thinks it might be a Japanese Satsuma flask. I have no idea.
Well, I could understand how you would be a bit puzzled about this item, but you really picked the right man. I know what this is.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna tell you right offhand, that is not Japanese. That is definitely Chinese. And I'll tell you where the proof of the pudding is on this. It's in the calligraphy right here. This, in Chinese, says prosperity. There was a resurgence of the Taoist religion in China in 1850s. And that resurgence brought about Taoist priests who started practicing feng shui. Feng shui is what you do to a home or a business to bring about prosperity. So this is a Taoist flask used in the practice of feng shui for holding holy water.
So they actually believe this stuff?
Well, yeah, it's a very popular belief, even today in China. But in the 1850s, it was extremely popular, and to the point that an item like this would be considered to be like a religious artifact.
So what do you think it's worth?
You know, I have seen them on the auction block for about $200 to $300.
Well, Phineas, I appreciate you coming down, my man.
My pleasure entirely.
Okay.
Being a very rare representation of one of these flasks from the Taoist period. To someone who's interested in feng shui, this would probably be very collectible, very interesting to them.
So what will you take for it, man?
Yeah, I'd be happy with 120.
Make it $100 and you got a deal.
100, whew, 110?
Like, the chances of me getting only $140 out of this thing are pretty high. I'll do 100. That's the best I can do.
Okay, all right, you got a deal.
Meet me over there, I'll write you up.
I'm excited about receiving $100 for the flask, and I think I'm gonna put it towards a new guitar that I've been looking at.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Pretty good. What do you got here?
Brought you a box of Popeye water pistols.
Like
Yeah.
Popeye the Sailor Man?
Like Popeye the Sailor Man.
You eat your spinach today?
Yes, I did. I brought some Popeye water pistols to sell. The water pistols are in good condition, and the box, for its age, is in real good condition. I believe the water pistols, they were made in the 1930s. I've never seen another set, so I figure they're worth quite a bit.
I think these are pretty cool. Do you mind if I open them up?
No.
Popeye's pretty cool. Like, he was pretty popular in the 30s. Been in comics, strips, movies. Basically, he was just a seller, and he used to just like go around and save olive oil in all these different situations. And he was known for his corn cob pipe and his mussels and
Spanish.
And his spinach. Yeah, he ate his spinach to get his power. I actually made my dad go out and get me cans of spinach so I could be strong like Popeye. At one point, spinach sales were even up, and they gave Popeye the credit for it.
I'd rather have the guns as I had the spinach.
Me too. Once I opened that can of spinach, I never took a bite of it. How much do you want for these?
I'm asking $1,500 because I think they're pretty rare.
I want to see what this box is and see if this is all real or if you just have 12 separate guns here with a box someone made.
Okay.
So do you got a little bit of time to hang out? I could go call
Sure.
someone down and he can come take a look at this stuff?
Sure.
All right, give me just a minute.
Okay.
Old toys do really well in the shop, but I'm not sure if these are actually Popeye merchandise. But I'm hoping they all check out, because I bet we can make some good money.
And these are cool. You would fill them by dipping them down into the water, pulling the trigger, and then expanding it, and it would fill the barrel with about 1 trigger's worth of water. You're constantly refilling it and shooting these things. The Popeye story is really funny because, like, in 1929, the comic strip came out. And then in 33, it got adapted by Paramount, and Paramount started making short films. It only took 4 years to go from comic strip to the big screen.
So why is Popeye on the box and he's not anywhere on the gun?
Recognizable character. In marketing and in advertising, especially with toys, it was either the cartoon character or the comic strip. Because it has the box and it's the complete set that the retailer would have received, it's really an interesting piece.
Well, what kind of value would you put on this collection?
With it complete with the box, you have all of the guns. There's one of the inserts there, and the box is actually in relatively good condition. I would say you'd have no problem getting $2,500.
All right, well, this is all I needed to hear.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
Well, I bet you'd like to hear what he had to say.
I did.
All right, well, how much do you want for him?
He said 25. Let's try 22.
22 is gonna be way off the mark that I'm gonna be able to pay you for him. They do have a value of $2,500, but I have to find someone that's willing to pay $2,500 for him. I'm at your $1,500 asking price.
No. How about 17?
I can't do 17. I'd like to do 16.
Well,
at the end of the day, I have to be willing to accept less than $2,500 if someone walks in here and offers me 22 or even 21. I have to get them at a price where I can sell them at that.
well, I'd like for you to do 1650.
1650? I think that gives me plenty of room. Let's make a deal.
All right.
All right, blow me down.
All right.
Yeah. I'll meet you right over here.
Thank you. Chum and I, we finished off at 1650. I'd like to get to 2,500, but I'll take the 1650. It's more than I expected.
What do we got here?
The first generation Rolex watch water pressure tester. This belonged to my father. He has a very large collection of things such as this, so we're hoping to sell it.
My grandfather's got a bunch of stuff he's accumulated too. So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's it. The Rolex water pressure tester was designed to test the water resistance of Rolex watches. I'm asking $3,400, and the lowest I'm willing to take is $1,500. If I make a deal today, I'm probably gonna put it towards the purchase of a Rolex watch.
This looks cool. Before the 1930s, most Americans just used pocket watches. They weren't into wristwatches at all. One of the problems with wristwatches back then is that you would get condensation from it being cold outside and your wrist being warm. So your watch is ruined.
Yeah.
So it took a while for people to actually trust wearing these things. Machines like this is basically what they had to come up with to find ways to actually make it happen. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Oh, please do. It's all complete. The only thing that was recently replaced was the gasket here on the top.
Okay. There's a piston down here, and you would turn this. They would take a really cheap wristwatch at the time, stick it in there, and they would crank it, and you would instantly see the watch just fall apart. And then they would put a Rolex in there, and that didn't happen. What are you looking to get out of it?
My asking price is $3,400.
Well, we got a few issues here, my man. Let me start here. It wasn't made by Rolex.
Oh, okay.
Rolex probably commissioned some kind of shipping company where they're really good at doing pressure testing and stuff like that. Number two, I want you to look at the gauge on the top of it. That's a vacuum gauge. Someone put the wrong gauge on top of it, thinking it was a cool antique or something. Now, I'm gonna ask you again, what are you looking to get out of it? You should start thinking about dropping zeros.
I respect your opinion. I can go down to maybe $1,500.
I'm at $500, man. I really am. It's nostalgic, and it does have that magic Rolex word on it.
Yes, it does.
If it didn't say that on it, I would completely pass on it altogether.
$750?
$700.
$700?
That's really the most I'll do.
You got a deal.
All right, cool. Meet me over there. We're gonna do some paperwork, all right?
Sounds good. Thank you. I'm settling on $700 because it seems that that's all I can get out of it.
What do we have here?
I have a case of military water that was made for the Korean War.
Okay.
And this is what they look like. 1952.
1952. I wonder what 67-year-old water tastes like. You want to try?
You bet. Let's open it up. I have 2 cases of emergency military water made during the Korean War. Each case has 25 cans plus 2 can openers. I was helping a lady clean out her basement, and she just wanted to get rid of them, and I thought they were pretty cool. Hoping to get $100 for the sealed case and $75 for the open case.
This is interesting. You're saying these were for the war during Korea?
Korean War.
So how did you determine that these were for the Korean War?
I just looked up the number. It's right on there, the contract number. Told me how many they made, when they made them.
Pretty cool, but this is definitely not from the Korean War. This was civil defense emergency supplies. This was 1952. The Cold War was in full swing. Everyone was worried about nuclear war with the Russians. You're right around my age, it looks. You remember, like, driving by big parking structures and it would say fallout shelter and the civil defense sign. And when we were kids in school, we had the nuclear bomb drills, where by going underneath your desk, that would save you from a nuclear bomb. Okay?
Right.
But these were put in fallout shelters all around the country. And I don't know, like 20, 30 years ago, a bunch of this stuff started coming on the market. Okay, and do we have any missing in the one that's open?
This one's missing one.
Okay. Someone got thirsty back in the day.
Yeah.
And it comes with the original church key. I hope there's another church key in this one, too.
There's 2 in this one.
How much you want for them?
So I was asking $100 for the sealed case. It's worth more. $75 for the one that's opened.
All right, so the sealed case doesn't matter to me because I'm gonna break them open.
Okay.
I'll put these out for sale for like $11.99 a piece and maybe throw them on the internet. You know, you're not asking a whole lot. I mean, I'll give you $150 for the pair. I think it's fair.
I'd take $150.
All right, cool. I'll meet you right over there and we'll do some paperwork.
Thanks.
With my luck, Chum will open these and try and drink them.
I have a Minnequa Flax water bag.
Okay, that is very interesting. Minnequa, which means American Indian,
Ah, okay.
imported flax bag, which is really, really funny because it's imported, but we have American Indian on the front of it.
I'm coming into the pawn shop today to sell my Flax water bag. It was used to cool car radiator in the 50s. The condition of the bag is rather greasy and dirty, but then again, it should be dirty because it was used as part of a car engine. I'm hoping to sell it for $150.
These are really, really cool. It's like a really ancient technology that still works. For thousands of years, they used flax bags to cool off water. You know, you could just fill up a flax bag, you know, you hang it in the air, and a little bit of water soaks out of it. And remember they had those big hood ornaments on cars?
Yes.
You'd hang that over the hood ornament, okay?
Okay.
And the water slowly seeping out would make cool air rush on top of your radiator.
Very primitive.
You know, I mean, it worked.
Right.
Almost every gas station around this country sold these flax bags during the summertime to keep your car cool. And old car collectors loved them. Come to think of it, this thing really matches my 1940 Chevy, too. So how much were you looking to get out of it?
I was thinking about $150.
American dollars?
Not Indian dollars.
Unfortunately, they just don't go for that much. I just think it's really cool, and I have a 1940 Chevy that I think this would really match with it. So I'll give you $40 for it.
40? Well, what about 70?
I'll tell you what, I will give you $50, and I should not even pay that much.
Okay. Since it's going to you for your car, $50 sounds good.
Thanks, it's the deal.
Okay, thank you.
Come over here, I'll write you up.
Okay. I ended up selling it for $50, and I feel fine about it because I got it for free, and it's an extra $50 in my pocket.